before this video, I was talking about myself. Like, I was like, girl, I need to get back in the gym. Because, baby, these pants is a little tight. I literally, dang, I was about to say, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I used to not be able to fit these because they were too big. Now, they're a little too small. I need to get it together. And I am, sickness is trying to come upon me, but baby, we're going to fight to the end. We're going to fight to the end. Well, the battle is already won. I am not sick, but I do have my tissues, my goods, and I do have my water right here. Please forget my water. Anyway, we're going to be reading chapters 10 through, what, 14? 10, yeah, 14 in Judges. So, Tola and Jair, chapter 10. After Abimelech, I got it. These pants too tight. These pants are too tight. Oh, Lord. After Abimelech, there arose to save Israel Tola the son of Puah, son of Dodo, a man of Issachar, and he lived at Shamir in the hill country of Ephraim. And he judged Israel 23 years. Then he died and was buried at Shamir. After him arose Jair the Gileadite, who judged Israel 22 years. And he had 30 sons who rode on 30 donkeys. And they had 30 cities called Hovath Jair to this day, which are in the land of Gilead. And Jair died and was buried in Kamon. Further disobedience and oppression. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? My friend is crazy. Well, she's not crazy, but she's funny. The people of Israel again did what was evil in the sight of the Lord and served the Baals and the Aseroth, the gods of Assyria. So these... Oh, brother. The gods of Assyria, the gods of Sidon, the gods of Moab. Oh, Lord. All these different lowercase g's. Moab, Ammonites, and Philistines. And they forsook the Lord and did not serve him. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he sold them into the land of the Philistines and into the hands of the Ammonites. And they crushed and oppressed the people of Israel that year. So because you want to go serve other gods, you go serve the other gods, and you be a slave to the people. So Israel was oppressed for 1 year. This kind of got me thinking, and I know I already know the answer to this question, but it makes me think, like, is it possible to be obedient? Like, because they had the Lord, these people encountered the Lord was right there, right in front of them, and they still, and of course those people in Israel had already died, but these people knew who the Lord was. They were closer, I don't want to say that. I was going to say they were closer to the Lord than we are, but the Lord, they saw the Lord's back. Like Moses saw the Lord's back. You don't get closer to the Lord than that. And I was wondering, why did somebody say, yesterday I just realized, somebody said they saw the Lord face to face, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Of course, I don't want to come out. Oh, Lordy. Of course, my nose wants to start running now. For 18 years, they oppressed all the people of Israel. 18 years? Oh, so they was oppressed for 18 years. Not 1 year. 18 years. Oh, God. I don't want to blow out nose on camera. That's so not it. For 18 years, they oppressed all the people of Israel who were beyond the Jordan in the land of the Amorites, which is in Gilead. The the Ammonites crossed Jordan. I do not like how I sound. I don't. I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry. Sorry. I do not like mucus, like being in my throat or anywhere, in my nostrils, nowhere. I do not like mucus or the feeling of it. For 18 years they oppressed all the people of Israel beyond the Jordan in the land of the Ammonites, which is Gilead. And the Ammonites crossed the Jordan to fight also against Judah and against Benjamin and against the house of Ephraim. So Israel was severely distressed. Of course you were. You were without your God. And the people of Israel cried out for the Lord, of course, saying, we have sinned against you because we have forsaken our God and have served the Baals. I feel like it's Baals, not balls. The Baals. And the Lord said to the people of Israel, did I not save you from the Egyptians, from the Amorites, the Ammonites, and the Philistines? Jesus. I wonder how many times in my life am I like, as the Lord told me this. So, the Sidonians also, the Sidonians, the Amalekites, the Moabites oppressed you, and you cried out to me, and I saved you out of their hand, yet you forsaken me and served other gods. Therefore, I will save you no more. Ooh, that's the worst way to be with the Lord. That is the worst place to be. Go and cry out to me. Go and cry out to the gods whom you have chosen. The Lord is very, very, very... Ooh, he don't play. Let them save you in the time of your distress. You know what's funny? We know who to run to. It's so interesting to me how we want to serve other gods, but when we are in dire need, we know exactly who to run to. Ain't that funny? Like, even when I was in the world and I was not claiming Christianity, when I had them times, I knew who to cry to. I knew. Let them save you in the time of your distress. And the people of Israel said to the Lord, we have sinned. Do to us whatever seems good to you. Only please deliver us this day. So they put away the foreign gods from among them, and they served the Lord, and he became impatient over the misery of Israel. Then the Ammonites were called to arms, and they encamped in Gilead. And the people of Israel came together, and they encamped at Mizpah. And the people, the leaders of Israel, said to one another, who is the man who will begin to fight against the Ammonites? He shall be head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. Chapter 11. Jephthah delivers Israel. Now Jephthah the Gileadite was a mighty warrior, and he was the son of a prostitute. Wow, okay. Gilead was the father of Jephthah. And Gilead's wife also bore him sons. Okay. Okay. And when his wife's sons grew up, they drove Jephthah out and said to him, you should not have an inheritance in our father, for you are the son of another woman. Oh, okay. Then Jephthah fled from his brothers and lived in the land of Tob. And worthless fellows collected around Jephthah and went out with him. After a time, the Ammonites made war against Israel. When the Ammonites made the war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to bring Jephthah from the land of Tob. Sorry, y'all. I really hate that sound, but I also hate it just being in my nose. They said to Jephthah, come and be our leader, that we may... I'm sorry, I hate the way I sound right now. Stuffed. Ugh, I hate that sound. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get it all out. I hate that sound of like that. That nasally sound. That nasally type of sound. Lord, please be with me. I'm gonna use some of this because I don't like that sound at all. at all. I can't get jiggy with that. And when I'm sick, I get active quick. I ain't waiting around. As soon as I felt a little itchy scratchy, even before, because my grandma never was sick. Even before I felt a little itchy scratchy, got on it. But I wasn't on it enough, clearly, because I did skip some days. But luckily my throat is not feeling bad. To me, that's the worst. When your throat feel, you're coughing and you, that's worse. I'm very grateful for this little sickness. I can get rid of some, mucus stuff. Okay. Then Jephthah fled from his brothers and lived in the land of Tob. And worthless fellows collected around Jephthah and went out with him. After a time, the Ammonites made war against Israel. When the Ammonites made war against Israel, the leaders of Gilead went to bring Jephthah from the land of Tob. Oh, he went to bring him from the land of Tob. And they said to Jephthah, "Come and be our leader, that we might fight against the Ammonites." Okay. Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, "Did you not hate me and drive me out of my father's house? Why have you come to me now, where you when you are in distress, just like they do the Lord?" And the leaders of Gilead said to Jephthah, that is why we have turned to you now, that you may go and fight with us against the Ammonites and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, "If you bring me home to fight against the Ammonites, the Lord gives me over to me, I will be your lead, and I will be your head." And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, "The Lord will witness it between us if we do not do as you say." And so Jephthah went to the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and leader over them. And Jephthah spoke his words before the Lord at Mizpah. Then Jephthah sent messengers to the king of the Ammonites and said, "What do you have against me, that you have come to me against me, that you have come to fight against me in my land?" And the king of the Ammonites answered the messengers of Jephthah, "Because Israel, on coming up from Egypt, took away from my hand, from the Arnon to the Jabbok and to the Jordan. Therefore, rest peaceably." Oh, but now my eyes burning. Come on, Lord, please give me the strength to finish this and be as attentive as I can so I can really understand your word. Okay. At least I don't have a headache. There's good in this. At least I don't have a headache. Let me get myself together, y'all. Come on, Lord. I need your strength. All right. So Jephthah again sent messengers to the king of the Ammonites and said to him, "Thus says Jephthah, Israel did not take away the land of Moab or the land of the Ammonites, but when they came from Egypt, Israel went through the wilderness to the Red Sea and came to Kadesh. Israel sent messengers to the king of Edom, saying, Please let us pass through your land. But the king of Edom would not listen. They sent also to the king of Moab, but he was not consent. So Israel remained at Kadesh. Then they journeyed through the wilderness and went around to the land of Edom and the land of Moab, and arrived on the east side of the land of Moab and camped on the other side of the Arnon. Please, Lord, please clear my nose because I can't do this. But they did not enter the territory of Moab, for the Arnon was the boundary of Moab. Israel sent his messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, king of Heshbon, and Israel said to him, please let us pass through your land to your country, to our country. But Sihon did not trust Israel to pass through his territory. So Sihon gathered all his people together and encamped at Jahaz and fought with Israel. And the Lord, the God of Israel, gave Sihon and all his people into the hand of Israel. So they defeated him. So Israel took possession of the land. It's crazy. The Lord, they don't choose him, but he chooses them each time. And they took possession of the territory of the Amorites and from the Arnon of the Jabbok and brother, please, Lord. Oh. They took possession of the land, of all the territory of the Amorites and the Arnon to the Jabbok and from the wilderness of the Jordan, or to the Jordan. So then the Lord, the God of Israel, dispossessed the Amorites from before the king of Israel. And are you to take possession of them? Will you not possess the Chemosh your God give you to possess? And all that the Lord your God has dispossessed before us, we will possess. Now are you... Jesus. Sorry, y'all. I'm really doing my best. Oh. I really am doing my best right now. It's taking a lot out of me to... I guess it's poured into me too, for real. Because I really hate the sound of how I'm breathing right now. Like, I really hate that. But let me shut up and stop complaining. Because I'm alive, I'm breathing. At least I have breath. And I'm going to put my heater on. Sorry, y'all. Oh, it's going to be real noisy. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lordy. Oh, my phone fell. Everything is happening at once. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is so unprofessional, but at least I'm doing it. And I'm glad I'm getting these moments because I could have easily been like, you know what, and quit. But it's going to be motivation for me and probably for somebody else. Next time, I feel like I can't do it. We surviving. We get through. We living. Okay. They took possession of the territory of the Amorites from Arnon to Jabbok and from the wilderness of the Jordan. So then the Lord dispossessed the Amorites from before his people Israel. And are you to take possession of them? Will you not possess the Chemosh your God gives you? Oh, okay. Gives you to possess. I was like, who? And all that the Lord your God has dispossessed before us, we will give you to possess. And all the... Oh, Lord. And all that the Lord our God has dispossessed before us, we will possess. Now are you any better than Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he ever contend against Israel, or did he ever go to war with them? While Israel lived in Heshbon and its villages, and Aroer and its villages, and all the cities that are on the banks of Arnon 300 years, why did you not deliver them within the time? I therefore have sinned against you, and you do me wrong by having war on me, that the Lord the judge decide this day between the people of Israel and the people of Ammon. But the king of the Ammonites did not listen to the words of Jephthah that he sent to them. Okay. Jephthah's tragic vow. Then the Spirit of the Lord was upon Jephthah, and he passed through Gilead and Manasseh, and passed on to Mizpah of Gilead. And Mizpah of Gilead he passed on to the Ammonites. And Jephthah made a vow to the Lord and said, "You will give to the Ammonites into your hand, and then whatever comes out from the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the Ammonites, shall the Lord's, and I will offer it up as a burnt offering." So Jephthah crossed over the Ammonites, to fight against them, and the Lord gave them into his hand. Then he struck them from a war to the neighborhood of Meneth, 20 cities, and as far as Abel Keramim, with a great blow. So the Ammonites were subdued before before the people of Israel. Then Jephthah came to his house at Jethpah, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with tamarines and with dances. She was his only child. Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter. And as soon as he saw her, he tore his clothes and said, "Alas, my daughter, you have brought me very low. You have become the cause of great trouble in me." Oh wow. For I have opened my mouth to the Lord, and I cannot take back my vow. Huh? Okay. Okay, and I could not take back my vow. She said to him, "My father, you have opened your mouth to the Lord. Do to me according to what is going out of your mouth, that the Lord has avenged on your enemies, on the Ammonites." So she said to her father, "Let this thing be done for me. Leave me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down to the mountain and weep for my virginity. I am my companions." And he said, "Go." And he sent her away for 2 months, and she departed, she and her companions, and wept for her virginity on the mountains. And at the end of the 2 months, she returned to her father, who did with her according to his vow that she had made. She had never known a man, and it became a custom in Israel. The daughters of Israel went year by year to Lamech, the daughter of Jephthah, and of Jephthah the Gileadite, 4 days in the year. Jephthah's conflict with Ephraim, chapter 12. Then the men of Ephraim were called to arms, and they crossed to. I promise y'all, I hate the way I sound. My nose, I hate how that sounds. My nose. My nose was not sounding like this before I got on camera. It's like it's getting worse. That is crazy. That is so interesting to me. It seems like every time I get on camera, there's something. And it's not even about the camera. It's about every time I read the word. Every time I'm trying to do what the Lord told me to do, there's some type of struggle, challenge, or something. My back starts hurting. And I'm not just complaining just to complain, y'all. This is real life. Like, I'm really feeling these things. Like you can hear my nose is starting to get worse. This morning I was feeling real good. Got my eyes watering. My child, ain't that the devil is? Am I recording? Oh, the devil is funny, but he ain't gonna stop me. I tell you that right now. I'm a child of the Lord. Stuffy nose, runny eyes, back, all that. I'm still gonna get this done properly. Okay. Chapter 12. Then the men of Ephraim were called to arms. They closed to Zephon and said to Jephthah, "Why did you cross over to fight against the Ammonites and did not call us to go with you? We will burn our house over with fire." And Jephthah said to them, "I and my people have a great dispute with the Ammonites, and I called you. You did not save me from their land." When I saw that you had not saved me, I took my life in my hand and crossed over the Ammonites, and the Lord gave them into my hand. Why then have you come up to me this day and fight against me? Jephthah gathered all the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim. So he mad because they didn't have his back. Then Jephthah gathered all the people. Okay. And the men of Gilead struck Ephraim because they said, you are fugitives of Ephraim. You Gileadites. In the midst of Ephraim, Manasseh and the Gileadites captured the fords and the Jordan against the Amorites to be Ephraimites. And when any of the fugitives of Ephraim said, let me go over, the Gilead said to him, are you an Ephraimite? When he said no, they said to him, okay, sorry, I lost where I was at. Then say Shibboleth, and he said Shibboleth, for he did not pronounce it right. Oh, okay. And I was like, what? What do I have to do with anything? Oh, Lord. Okay. He did not pronounce it right. Then they seized him and slaughtered him at the fords of the Jordan. At the time, 42,000 of the Ephraimites fell. Jephthah judged Israel 6 years. Then Jephthah, the Gileadite, died, and he was buried in the city of Gilead. So, what's his name? Jephthah, death. After 6 years. I wonder why they called them judges instead of like leaders or something. Alright. After him, Ibzan of Bethel judged Israel. He had 30 sons and 30 daughters he gave in marriage. He gave in marriage outside his clan, and 30 daughters he brought in from the house of his sons, and he judged Israel 7 years. So he judged Israel 7 years. Then Ibzan died and was buried in Bethel. After him, Elon the Zebulunite judged Israel. He judged Israel 10 years. Elon judged Israel 10 years. Then Elon the Zebulite died, and he was buried at Ejlan in the land of Zebulun. After him, Abdon, the son of Hillel, the Parathonite, judged Israel. Excuse me. He had 40 sons and 30 grandsons who rode on 70 donkeys and judged Israel 8 years. Then Abdon, the son of Israel, then Abdon, the son of Hillel, the Parathonite, died and was buried at Parathon, the land of Ephraim, in the hill country of the Amalekites. The birth of Samson. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And the people of Israel again did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, so the Lord gave them into the hand of the Philistines for 40 years. My Lord. Dang, did they ever really reach the promised land? I mean, I know they got there, but what does it mean if you still disobedient? And that applies to me, because what's the point what's the point? There was a certain man at Zorah of the tribe of the Danites, whose name was Mona, and his wife was barren and had no children. The angel of the Lord appeared to the woman and said to her, behold, you are barren and you have not borne children, but you shall conceive and bear